Hey friends, welcome back. My name is Sarah. I hope you had a wonderful holiday season. Today is New Year's Eve when I am filming this video. Y'all, it has been a while. I had debated back and forth whether or not I was going to participate in any Project Pan projects this year, this coming year for 2023. And I have to tell you, I kind of fell off the wagon a little bit in 2022. I wasn't feeling super inspired. I'm gonna share with you my Pan That palettes that I had been using for the year. And, you know, like I said, I just wasn't feeling very inspired by them. I have decided that I'm gonna pick up a couple of projects this year. I am gonna do Pan That palette, which is probably what the title of this video is gonna be, so there you go. And so, yes, I am going to do Pan That palette. I may pick up, like I said, a couple of other videos or a couple of other projects here and there, but we'll just kind of have to wait and see what the year brings. I want to share with you the two palettes that I have been using for the last couple of years, and then I'm going to intro my new palettes. The first palette that I am going to show you is one I have been using for maybe 4 years. It's either four. This girl again. I know for sure it's been 3 years, but I think it might actually be 4 years that I've been using this. You all probably will recognize the Pure Cosmetics Soiree Diaries that I have always used in conjunction with another palette. I think maybe for the first year I used it by itself, but then like the second, third, and fourth year, I've always used it as I've gotten down to less and less shades. I have used it in conjunction with something else. So it fell out of its packaging long ago, which is actually easier for me to show you. At the beginning of the year, I still had a little bit of, I think it was Snazzy that was left, and that was a black, I'm gonna say shimmery shade. It wasn't glitter, but it was something that I used in my outer corner. So I finished that one off several months ago, and I was using Glitzy here, which, as you can see, I really was hoping to get finished with this one this year, but it just didn't happen. And then this last one here, Cosmo, there's absolutely no way that I'm gonna finish that one. Here's the plan, friends. Like I said, I've been using this consistently for the last 4 years. We're gonna bid it farewell. We're gonna leave it in 2022, and this one is just gonna go to the trash. I don't really feel super comfortable using it any longer. I'm the only person that uses my eye makeup, but I'm done. I mean, I've been trying to make these work. I haven't loved my eye looks that I have been doing lately. And it's because, like I said, I'm not inspired with the colors. This has served me well for 4 years. I'm very grateful. Let's Marie Kondo it, thank it for its, thank it for its use, and bless it and make it go away. That's basically what we're gonna do with Soiree Diaries. The other palette that I have been using, this is the Tarte, which one is it? Rainforest of the Sea Volume 2. This was my, when we did, was it Tiny Pans, I think, in 2021? This is what I started, and when I posted this really close to the beginning of this challenge, sorry, I got some gunk there. When I posted a video about this palette really close to the beginning of that challenge in 2021, I want to say it was like maybe February or March, and I updated and I said, oh my gosh, I can't, like, the colors don't transfer really easily, and I find them pretty difficult to work with. And somebody told me these are actually pigments and not technically eyeshadows, and so that was why they said I was probably having difficulty using them. I have suffered through this palette now for 2 years. I'm not necessarily gonna throw this one away. I think I'm just gonna put it away for a while. Like I said, I have not been loving the looks that I have been coming up with. I basically do the same look every day. And I'm just kind of over it. So I am going to set this palette to the side. I do wanna show you what my progress is. So sorry, I know, super shimmery palette there, but in literally 2 years of use, almost every single day, I have not been able to finish a single one of these pans. I know there are project panners who are way better than I am at using up palettes and using up eyeshadows, but in 2 years of almost daily use, not a single pan has been emptied. This one is really close. This is Sunset. So that one is really close to being done. And then this one, Marina, that one is also kind of close to being done. But, you know, I'm bored. These are predominantly the only shadows. Every now and then I'll throw like another one in to blend out my crease or something, but like this is predominantly what I've been using for the last 2 years. I'm ready to mix it up a little bit. Like I said, I will be saying farewell to the Soiree Diaries. That one's gonna go in the trash. I just don't see any reason to keep that one around. But this one, the Rainforest of the Sea, I'm gonna spray it with some alcohol, you know, sanitize it, and then I'm just gonna put it back in my drawer for a little while. There may be sometime in the future when I feel like I want to pull this out again and try it again, but that is not gonna be in 2023, or at least it's not gonna be in January of 2023. I'm ready to not have to deal with this one for a little while. So, what does that mean? What are we working on? What is coming up next? So I totally forgot. Okay, so I started to talk about my 2023 palette and I couldn't remember what. Oh my God, I couldn't remember what the theme was for 2023. I'm so stupid. So I had to go back to the Fantastic Ladies collabs group on Facebook. I will have them linked down below because you should also check out that group. It is a group full of amazing creators. Lots of our folks only post on Instagram. Some only update the Facebook group, but then we also do have many who have channels on YouTube as well. So you should definitely check it out if you are interested in project panning. Jessica Lee and Amanda are the creators of that group, and I had to go check it out because I couldn't remember what the theme was of our 2023 Pan That palette. So here's the deal. It's kicking it old school. So the idea is you choose a palette that has been in your collection for a long time. Doesn't necessarily have to be your oldest palette, but it should be a palette that has been in your collection for a long time. I can be very honest with you and say I have not bought a single eyeshadow palette in close to 5 years. For sure 4, because my son is 4. I don't think I've bought one in his lifetime, but I think it's closer to 5 that I have. I got a ton through all the different subscription boxes that I was a part of, and then I canceled all of those and I decided I had enough. And like I said, I just haven't been feeling super inspired. And so yeah, so there we go. By the way, I'm feeling inclined to like lean today. I just put this new little table right here in front of my camera so that I can set my stuff on it instead of like putting all my stuff here on the couch and then as soon as I sit down it falls over and yada yada. So I put this little table right here in front of me and now I'm like, oh hi, okay, I just want to lean and I want to be casual and hello, I just want to hang out and talk to you. I'm gonna try really hard not to do that. So here we go. I have 2 additional palettes that I'm gonna basically be working on this year. They both are older-ish palettes. Like I said, I haven't bought anything in 4+ years. I got most of my palettes through subscription boxes, and that is actually the case with both of these that I'm about to show you. My primary palette this year is going to be the Blink Electric Eyes palette, and you can see this was a BoxyCharm collab. I haven't had BoxyCharm in probably closer to 6 years, so this one is at least 6 years old. I've literally never used it, which is why I don't have any business buying palettes right now. This is a smaller palette. Obviously, we've got lots of neutrals here, but I love this pop of this kind of burgundy plum-ish shade. Love that combo right there. I can do, you know, predominantly neutral looks, which is typically what I go for, but I love that beautiful pop of color there as well. I'm gonna need to figure out something for a deeper shade. And that may, I don't know, who knows? That may be where I dip back into this one. We'll figure it out. So this is going to be my primary palette for the year. I also have been really, really loving what is mostly a new palette. This second one is going to be, again, a little bit supplementary, and you'll see why. This is not a standalone palette by any stretch. This is the Naked Cosmetics. There's not even a name on here. It literally just says Naked Cosmetics. I don't know what palette this is. I do know that I got it in either a FabFitFun or something of that nature. But look at these beautiful autumn sort of metallics. Okay, I've used this one the most. I think I've used this one about 5 or 6 times. I've used this one twice, and then this burgundy here on this side I've used, I think, twice. Like I said, I have used this green here a little bit more, and I don't know if it's gonna come off on camera, but that's, you can't really see, but that's what I am using today on my lids. This orange, I will try to insert a picture here if I have one, but I was a scarecrow for Halloween. And so I had this like little cutesy patch on my nose, and I just filled it in with the with that bronzy sort of orangey shade. And then this one, like I said, I've used it 1 or 2 times, and that's it. So this palette, it has been used less than 10 times, so virtually brand new. And I have really liked the color payoff on these. I think it will be a nice complement to this Blink BoxyCharm palette. I'm really excited to use both of these. Obviously the 2 palettes that I have been using the past few years have been incredibly bland, just super, super neutral. And so I'm really looking forward to kind of spicing up my looks with a little bit of color. I do need a recommendation for an outer corner shade. I'm sure I have something. I mean, I'm sure I have something that I can use, but I'll have to go dig through and look and see what that's going to be. But primarily these are going to be the 2. This is really going to be my primary, and then this one, the Naked Cosmetics one, is really just going to be for when I want to supplement and maybe use a different accent shade. So we shall see how I do. I have found it really difficult in the past, particularly earlier in the year. It's really tough to film Pan That Palette updates, and I'm sorry if you can hear the train. This always happens to me every time I sit down to film, which is not that often, let's be honest, but the train goes through, which is like right down the street from my house. So what? I have found it really difficult, kind of discouraging to film updates the first couple of months when I start a new palette, because it's so hard to see any progress, right? So I have taken a picture of this one, the blank palette, because it's brand new. I've taken a picture of that. I will very shortly take a picture of this one as well, so we can have the two of them side by side. And I think I'm gonna do quarterly updates at this point. I just don't know that there will be a lot of value, especially at the beginning of the year, in showing you monthly progress when there's really not usually that much progress when I very first start a new palette. So that's my plan for right now. I hope that you will check out the Fantastic Ladies. As I said, I will leave that Facebook group link down below. This project also, wait, let me go back to the project. The theme, Kicking It Old School, was created by Jessica Lee and Dana. Jessica Lee, fantastic creator. I have done many of her projects, and she is just an absolute star in the project, in the panning community. And I don't know Dana, but I'm gonna check her out, and I look forward to getting to know her as well. So I will leave all of that information linked down below. Be sure to check out those ladies and the group link if you're interested. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you will like this video, comment, and tell me what you're gonna be working on this year so I can check out your videos as well, and we can cheer one another on. So thank you so much. Happy New Year and happy panning.